Hey, we are going to start working on page 180 and 181 in your grammar and composition work text 4. So please turn to 180. All right. Exercise A, manuscript form, capitalization and punctuation. Draw a line through any errors in manuscript form or capitalization and write the necessary corrections. Number 2, add punctuation where needed. All right. Let's look at number 2. According to the Freeport News, the Reverend Nathan Miller will be speaking at the Eastmont Road Baptist Church at 7 o'clock Sunday evening. Okay. Freeport News is the name of a newspaper. So we need to underline it and capitalize it. Because the word "the" is before it, you can't abbreviate Reverend. You got Reverend Nathan Miller. Let's see. Reverend Nathan Miller. We'll be speaking at Eastmont Road Baptist Church at 7 o'clock Sunday evening. 7. Yeah. Start of the sentence. There we go. Okay. My, comma, I am surprised that so few of you have read Old Yeller, the title of a book. Oh, Old Yeller, comma, quote, stated Miss Howe, period. Period, capital It is a very popular book with most young teenagers, period. Close quote. Because she said it. Let's see, that part of the quote is in quotes, and then before it is in quotes. So, because she said, I'm surprised that so few of you have read Old Yeller. She said that, and then stated Miss Howe. Then she said, continued, quote, it's a very popular book with most young teenagers, period, close quote. Okay, number 4. Create in me a clean heart, oh God. We need a semicolon because after heart you have a comma, and you can't use a comma there because you've used your comma here. And renew a right spirit within me, period. Mr. Mills, liked Bill's and Adam's ideas, semicolon. However, comma, he used someone else's, period. Number 6, in case of accidental poisoning, there should be a comma there. Do the following, then a colon before a list. Make the patient comfortable. Put that in parentheses, see figure 5, comma, read the label on the container, comma, and call the nearest poison control center, period. The creation is an oratorio. Oh, wait, the creation is a title, so we need to capitalize them both. The creation is an oratorio written by, it's a proper adjective, Austrian composer Joseph Haydn. The Fishers is their last name. The Fishers, so capital Fishers, celebrate their 20th wedding anniversary with a dinner at Hallmark Hotel, period. Bob Wallace, comma, who has just returned from the Holy Land, will speak at the Easter Assembly, period. Okay. Exercise B. Subjects and verbs. Draw 2 lines under each verb. Draw 1 line under each subject. Circle any verbals. Once to every man and nation comes the moment to decide. Once is the subject, comes, and then circle the verbals to decide. I think that's it. Yep. Okay. The eyes of the Lord are beholding is a verbal. Yeah. And then the photographer's method of quieting children and so quieting is the first verb and getting them to smile. Nope. Those are both verbals. Those are both gerunds, quieting and getting. So the method was novel. Sorry. Okay. Exercise C. In the blank before the number, write S for sentences, frag for fragments, or RO for run-ons. And all things whatsoever shall ye ask in prayer, believing. That's fragment. Because you can't just leave it there. There's more to it. Behold, comma, I am the Lord, comma, the God of all flesh, period, is there. That should be a run-on because we've just separated 2 main thoughts with a comma. As graduation neared, James realized he had an important decision to make. Namely, he must choose a good college to attend. That's a run-on as well. Period there, capital namely. James realized that he could claim God's promise of guidance, comma, and he did claim them. That's a sentence. And then finding, as he knew he would, that God had heard even before he had prayed and was already answering. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, finish it. It's a fragment. Okay. Subject and verb agreement. Cross out incorrect verb forms in the parentheses. Okay. We've done the first 2. The account of Paul's missionary journeys. Account is found in the book of Acts. One account of his multiple journeys. The account is found. Okay. Next page. Idaho Falls it's one city, one of Idaho's major cities. Okay, the news has, it's one thing. The news is one thing. It has over one half of the employees, that's multiples, half of them, were in favor. Either of the tables, either is available. Paul is a boy who takes the work seriously. Paul, singular, takes. Laura or Michelle, either one, has charge of the program and the refreshments. It's just one of them. So singular, she has. Dr. Brock, together with Dr. Bush, they prepare. No, sorry. That one's wrong because together with Dr. Brock is the subject. He prepares. Yes. Together with Dr. Bush, it messed me up. It complicated things, and that's the whole point. It was supposed to. Dr. Brock is who we're talking about. Dr. Brock prepares the weekly report. 20 minutes has or have passed since the first tremor was reported. Minutes have passed. Here is or are the census forms for 2000. Here are the forms. There's multiple forms. Here they are. Our company, one company, has arrived and seated themselves on the porch. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not a company like a business. It's a group of people. Our company, they have. All of his money was or were returned. All was returned. The mechanics of his campaign, mechanics were not carefully administered. Both of the drill captains, two people, multiples, they practice with the band. Many of her sentences, multiples, that's plural, many of her sentences, they need to be reworded. Most of the work need to be completed this month. Most needs. Most of the work. Most needs to be. Amber and Shelby's dialogue, including costumes and props, the dialogue was excellently done. Lamentations that's one book of the Bible, is a book of the Bible. The special today at the diner is hot dogs and baked beans because it's one special, just one dish. Home economics, that's one class, is the art and science of homemaking. Dan's favorite time of day, so one time, is sunrise and the early morning hours. The twins and Amy it's three people, the twins and Amy are finished with their summaries, but Paul doesn't know when he will finish his. And then tonight at Myler Hall, the orchestra gives, because it's one orchestra, gives the final performance of the summer season. Okay. And then the last exercise E, using verbs. Cross out each incorrect verb and write the correct form above it. We've done the first one, so let's do the second one. Please leave her, it's let her go with us to take the dogs to the veterinarian. Melanie wanted to have attended the concert. She wanted to attend, but she became ill. Took sick is not right. Became ill this afternoon. Carlos knew he had better get more sleep before fatigue affected, because effect is a noun, affect is a verb. The teacher asked that the report is in a folder and that the folder is decorated. It's B, and the folder B decorated. And those are subjunctive mood. In his speech, did Aaron infer that we had ought, that's AU, and that's not, infer is what I do when I'm listening to you. Like I'm reading you and I infer something. But Aaron's speaking, so I'm asking, did he imply? IMPLY, yeah. That we had ought, let's see. This is number 6. Let me check that. No. That's the correct word. OUGHT. It's just had is not supposed to be in there. Had ought to raise the membership. If you move something externally, if you do it to it, it's raise. And we are going to raise the price. If I'm doing it to myself, I rise. If Bob, excuse me, if Bob was in charge, if Bob were in charge, again, subjunctive mood, he's not in charge, but if he were in charge, those boys would not be lying, Lying, around on the job. He would teach them how to, I guess maybe do a full day's work. Mr. Todd wants to get out of debt before he makes any plans for future expansion. I guess lays and makes are both okay because they didn't correct that. The best laid plans, yes, okay. So I guess that's just a vocabulary issue for me. I didn't remember that I could use that word. When Eric lay down, L-A-Y. When Eric lay down after lunch, he did not intend to fall asleep. Our building expenses had risen so much that we began looking for financial help. Dan sneaked into the kitchen and ate the last of the pralines. Mr. Grange, that's just misspelled, isn't it? Attacked, attacked the vines that had grown over the windows of the old house. All right. That was a lot of hard work. Good job. Get that uploaded. And we just have one more assignment after this in this section, in this week. So get that uploaded, and I will see you tomorrow. Thank you. Bye.